The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. And the Bruins will kick it away to start. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Washington's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Running back searching for a hole. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to. Tempo, obviously harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now second and 10 from the 40. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Motion from the offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So UCLA's offense has the ball for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked. Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Hand off from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
So after the first down run, here's second down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Bruins line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He's got him wide open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He wants to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Got enough space, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Number 5. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it. What a grab along the left sideline, got the foot down in a strong throw, put it right on the money. And the Bruins want to move quickly.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
Second down coming up. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're bringing heat. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They're setting up the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half and you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Wide out in motion. Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. And he breaks into the open. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll run play action. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Fires to the big fella.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Makes his connection. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of ruined passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Got his man quickly. Nice move, creates some space. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Now on 1st down from the 43. The give to the tailback. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the 1st half.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's now 2nd down.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. To the ground to try to move the chains. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Trying to bully their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal coming up. Now on the move. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 5.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
UCLA 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
This offense has a second down play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters from there in Pasadena today. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Good timing on the quick out. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Finds his target down the middle.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The play-action fake. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Ball in the air, intercepted! He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
The give to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. He stands on the result of the play. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going for a big play downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a race.
Using the quick game. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. And the Huskies pick up the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Puts you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
Going with the ground game left. At the 45 on his way. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. He is having a day, putting up numbers in a Myles Gaskin kind of way.
Yeah, just showing you a little bit of everything. But these are the kind of guys, man, when you find them, you feature them, you give them the ball as many ways as you can because he's got that dynamic playmaking ability that can make people miss and hit home runs.
There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
UCLA, 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up.
First and goal, Washington.
Wide receiver shows motion. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing play? Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Flips it out in the flat. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Reads it, fires complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
And they got him for the sack. The number 1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number 1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
He's got it inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Bruin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The give.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quarterback keeper. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. And it's picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They're trying to get to it. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find...
And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, UCLA. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, UCLA.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. this one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the arc